What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis video. Everybody knows this iconic opening, right? Everybody knows how Cloud stands on the Shinra train, makes his way into the Mako reactor with Avalanche, and begins his epic journey. But we don't know how or why or when Cloud joins. So Final Fantasy Evercrisis does a fantastic job in telling that tale. So before we continue here, just note, this is a story quest which will have spoilers from Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis. This is the tale of how Cloud returned back to Tifa and how and why he joined Avalanche. Alright guys, I'll see you there. Alright boys and girls, if you are continuing this video, then you know that there will be some spoilers here in terms of storylines. We're going to talk about the Cloud quest and in terms of what happened to Cloud after Zack got gunned down and gave him the Buster Sword. How did he make his way to Midgar? How did he and Tifa reconnect? And why did Cloud join Avalanche? So what happens between that period of time and the time we see Cloud in that opening sequence when he's on the train doing his first mission hired by Avalanche? This does a very good job in terms of telling you what exactly happened in a very short period of time. So we're going to do the character quest, guys, and we're going to do Clouds. If you have not done this already, just note you will get yourself some completion rewards and a Cloud icon here and a fantastic storyline. So if you don't know in the beginning, Zack and Cloud were experimented on. Cloud was under a lot of materia. Forgot what the actual term was. They'll actually say it here, but he actually got a lot of materia injected into him, and he and Zack escaped. Zack got gunned down. After escaping successfully, Zack passes and gives Cloud the Buster Sword, and Cloud now makes his way back to Midgar with a completely confused mind, not remembering who he is or what he is, and Tifa brings him back. And this to me solidifies something. The Tifa was really the only one for Cloud ever. I know a lot of you guys are Team Aerith and Cloud, but I don't think Aerith and Cloud were ever meant to be. I think she was just a piece of a bigger picture for him, and I think she was a bigger picture for the entire planet. But for Cloud, I think it was always Tifa. So you can see here, he's finally making his way, completely disarray, completely like out of his mind right now. There, that's like they call it a Mako junkie. That's right. So they think they put too much Mako of their like live stream inside of him. The one wearing a fancy soldier uniform, yeah, I see him. You know what that means, right? His sword's got to be worth a lot of money. So these guys are already trying to rob him. This is Cloud making his way back to Midgar. Now Cloud actually has Zack's outfit on right now, including the Buster Sword. This is the first class soldier outfit. He's holding it really tight. Let this junkie go. It's creeping me out. Forget about it. Come on. So Cloud right now, if you guys don't know, is not even himself. Like, he doesn't even know who he is. I don't even think he remembers Zack as a person or what they went through right now, right? And this is part of the reaction you get from the Mako injections that you get through the experiments that Hojo does. Hey, are you all right? If you're okay to walk, you should go get help from Shinra, right? It's like Cloud's just carrying this thing on the floor, and you can see here this is the reaction you get from a lot of people. Now you see a lot of this happening in Advent Children as well. More and more people like him these days. I hope he gets the help he needs. Now I believe he's referring to some of the Sephiroth clones, right? Some of those unsuccessful Genova injected experiments. So I think that's from Project S that Hojo's been working on. You can see here he's in the slums, right? And Cloud is completely out of it, trying to recover. And right here is, I believe, where he meets the love of his life. I don't care what you guys say. That to me is it. Poor thing. Here she is. A sight for sore eyes, let me tell you. Are you all right? She's always caring, and like you see, Cloud is all fuzzy. All of a sudden, the first person he sees, he remembers her, Tifa. Tifa plays a very important part in Cloud's life, and this shows it. And she doesn't remember him because it's been so long, right? Are you Cloud? Like she's shocked. She's like genuinely shocked. That's right. So like he himself is just kind of like, who am I, right? I'm Cloud Strife, a former Shinra soldier, first class. And this is the crazy part, right? This is where Zack's memories kind of come into play as well, because Zack was the one that was a first class soldier, not Cloud. Cloud never made it to first class. I'm at the station in Sector 7 slums, and in front of me is my childhood friend Tifa. It's like he has to tell himself this. Like, you clearly know he's not all there, right? I haven't seen her since I went back home for a mission, my final mission as a soldier. And again, this is Zack. This is Zack's memory, kind of combined with Cloud's, because Cloud does remember seeing Tifa there, and he does in fact play a big role in that scene, but just not as this person. 5 years, right? She remembers, and she's kind of like, I don't remember you being there. Oh no, it's nothing. It's just strange seeing you after such a long time. After what happened back home, I was worried about you. I'm really glad you're okay. What? How do you know about that? See, this is what I mean. Like, if you guys don't know the storyline, it's actually Zack that was the first class soldier there, and he was, I believe, like just a nobody accompanying Sephiroth and the group. He was still there. He just wasn't the first class soldier he claims to be. Yeah, so like you can see here, he's completely jumbled and not understanding why Tifa doesn't remember the scenes like the way he does. A lot's changed since then. I live in Sector 7 now at a bar. Huh, that's so? What about you? How's life been since you left Nibelheim? I became a soldier. You can see the ... dots. There's, again, the reasoning behind it. He just doesn't even believe what he's saying. And again, he has to hold his head constantly because his memory's all jumbled up. Cloud, what's wrong? Sorry, I can't talk about my time at Shinra. It's confidential. Besides, it's not a fun story. He doesn't even remember his own damn story. Tell me anyways. I want to hear what you've been up to. And I think Final Fantasy VII does such a fantastic job in making us believe that Cloud is just forgetful, or you know, he obviously something's going on, or like Genova's controlling. Like there was a lot of different things we all thought, like, oh, he's Sephiroth's clone. You know, he was one of the, but none of that was true. Like Cloud is his own person who just got experimented on, and the Mako that was put inside of him, you know, during the experiments while he and Zack were in those tubes during the after the Nibelheim mission, is what made him do this, made him forget a lot of this stuff. Are you sure you're okay? You don't look well. Now, obviously, Sephiroth plays a major part in Cloud's life, and vice versa. It's nothing. I've been busy these past few days, so I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. Should probably try to rest up. I'm gonna go. See you around, Tifa. Wait. Hey, wait. When can I see you again? Are you staying somewhere? You can see Tifa clearly loves Cloud and cares about him. Not loves him, but I don't think at this point, but she definitely cares about him. I was gonna find an inn, maybe stick around for a while, find something more permanent later. Then why don't you come to the bar? We have a lot of catching up to do. No thanks. Like, he obviously doesn't want to go because I think he doesn't know what to say to her because of how messed up he is right now. I'll help you find a room, so come on. It's fine, I'll figure it out. I'll get in touch when I do. Just wait. I know someone who's looking for tenants. I'll introduce you. This girl's not taking no for an answer. And this is the beauty of Tifa as a character. She's always loving, caring. She cares about everybody. You're going to see this when we do her storyline as well, because I'll be doing one for her. Sure, thanks. No problem. I've lived for 5 years now. It's practically home. The bar is this way. Come on. So the story we get of her actually in Evercrisis shows what happens after the events in Nibelheim. I should be happy about making it to my old friend Tifa, but my body was heavy, my head hurt. It's like I wasn't me anymore. And this is the key, right? Cloud isn't the same Cloud after Nibelheim. Former soldier, first class, Cloud Strife. That's what I keep repeating to myself over and over again. Or I kept repeating to myself over and over again. And he knows deep down inside there's something wrong with that, right? There's something wrong with that story. There's something wrong with how he feels about it. So there's your first introduction to Cloud's actual reunion with Tifa and how we got back to Midgar and what exactly happened between them to get him to this state. Alright guys, we're back here again. So this is now part 2 of the storyline after the battle concludes. I hadn't seen Tifa in 5 years. I couldn't believe I was walking beside her like this again. I need to pick up some things for the bar. Do you mind? No, go ahead. Thanks. We're almost out of cocktail liquor. Now you guys can see Tifa has been doing this bar thing for quite some time. She never was a bartender, right? She was always a martial arts expert who was also a tour guide in Nibelheim, and that was the last time Cloud really saw her with Sephiroth and Zack and the rest of the Shinra group in the Mako reactors that were there. And he doesn't remember anything about Zack or I think the mission itself outside of what he learns later on when he does encounter Sephiroth in his mind and also in person. Huh? What is it? I was just thinking about old times. Me and the other soldiers used to mix our own drinks. The best was Winter Salt. Ah, those were the good old days. Now again, this part here is interesting because he talks about being around other soldiers, but Cloud was very, very quiet. And the up and cheery one was always Zack. So this is where you see kind of Cloud and Zack's personalities kind of come together, because we know Cloud was very much an introvert and Zack was an absolute extrovert. So this is interesting to see how he tries to remember Winter Salt. I don't know that one. What's in it? Let me think. Well, it's got salt sprinkled on it. Looks like snow. Interesting. What does it taste like? Salty? What? Is this a real drink? Yeah, of course. Salty drinks are a thing, right? Though it's not ringing any bells. Teach me the recipe so I can make it. Well, problem is it's confidential. And you can see here, he's going back to that word confidential very often again, because I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I think, again, this is something that Zack enjoyed and he just doesn't understand that it's not his memories that are being used right now. Well, I'll wing it then. You can be my taste tester. You can see here, Tifa's just playing along because bro sounds cray-cray right now, right? And if you're a girl, you haven't seen this guy for 5 years and he's coming looking like this and he's just acting all weird. Only Tifa would allow this shit to happen. Aerith would obviously as well too because of their personalities, but it's crazy. Tifa looked happy chatting with the vendor. Then again, she's always enjoyed chatting with people. So he does remember that about her. They're having a sale today. I want to stock up, so can you help me carry it back to the bar? Sure, I can carry as much as you want. I was a soldier, remember? Always has to remind himself that. Great, thanks. 1 box would have been it for me. Then can I get 7 boxes of the usual? Thanks. 7? Huh? You got it. I'll be right back. Cloud's got a lot of work to do. My arms were killing me from carrying all the boxes, but it felt nice being relied on. But her next request was unexpected. Now this is where it gets interesting, right? This is where we kind of get into the actual meat and bones of the story. So they're now in 7th Heaven, which is her bar. Pizza. I actually want pizza right now. 7th Heaven was a nice looking bar, especially for a place in the slums. As Tifa was putting the bottles away, she was humming a tune I'd never heard before. You were a great help today. I remember when you could barely carry a sack of flour. That was when I was a kid. Anything else I can do for you? Well, yes, but... And this is where she starts to kind of get into this whole topic, right? Soldiers know a lot about weapons, right? Do they ever make their own? Yeah, it's simple. When you're alone in enemy territory, you need to know how to use whatever you can get your hands on to defend yourself. Standard survival techniques. They teach them in basic training. Now, this he would know about because he was just a basic soldier, right? Very confident in saying that part. Then, how about explosives? They teach you how to make those too? Explosives? Yeah, but why do you ask? Oh, nothing. I was just curious because you seem so knowledgeable about these kind of things. You really can do anything, can't you? Anything? Now I think this is where he starts to remember a little bit of what happened. Yeah, you're right. I have knowledge and skills like nobody else. I got it. I'm going to be a mercenary. See, and if you recall, I believe those are Zack's words. I can do anything. Yeah, you're right. What is it? And I believe Zack was saying that to him while he was carrying him to safety to try to escape before they got gunned down. What is it? Tifa, I'm going to be a mercenary. And you can see here, he slowly started to remember that voice, which he thought was him. He thought he was the one saying that, but it was actually Zack saying it to him, if I recall. I think personally, I forgot that scene, but I believe that's what happens. What do you mean? I'm going to do whatever people pay me to. Even if it's dangerous or difficult? Sure, I have the knowledge and skills of a soldier after all. Again, see holding the head? Just, it's not, he doesn't remember if it's him or not. I'm fine, really. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, just take it easy until closing. Can I get you anything? And again, back to the memories of Zack. To get started, I need some money. This is, again, that's Zack saying that, right? Of course, he's going to repeat it. I want money. Who doesn't want money, Cloud? Money? I want to find jobs so I can make money. Can you introduce me to some clients? Sure, but let me ask you something first. How do you feel about Shinra? It was your dream to become a soldier. Don't you miss the job and working for Shinra? No, if anything, I'm relieved. I'm done with Shinra for good. Then, if something bad were to happen to Shinra, how would you feel about it? You can see the wheels are spinning here, right? She's obviously trying to get him hooked up with Barret and Avalanche. The things they've done, you have no idea. Trust me, they deserve whatever they get. Good. Then we're all on the same page. All? That's right. Your first clients are me and my friends. Cloud, did you hear me? Yeah, I heard you. So who are these friends of yours? I'm a member of an anti-Shinra group called Avalanche. We're carrying out an important mission tomorrow and I think you could be a big help. What do you think? Having a former soldier there would make everyone feel a lot better. I used to work for Shinra. Are you sure I'd be welcome? You used to, and now you don't. Please, Cloud. What's the pay? 1,000. No, I think we can afford 1,500 gil. That's so damn cheap, man. Wait, that's not enough? Well, that's all we have the budget for. I'll also throw in free drinks and my delicious homemade cooking. Bro, take it. Take it, bro. No? Then you can see here Cloud's thinking about it. And it's not even about the money, I think, at this point. Take care of the lady. Alright. Huh? I'll give you a discount only because it's you. That's right, you will. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, we'll both get something out of it. I needed to help her, because that was the only way I could prove to myself that I was still me. Again, still doesn't know who he is after all that, right? And there you guys have it. Story's clear. That right there starts off the journey that is Final Fantasy VII. The epic scene where Aerith is picking flowers. Her flower drops, someone steps on it, she looks up. They show the massive Shinra building is in Midgar with all the Mako reactors. And then to the iconic train scene where Cloud is riding his way to his first mission and the start of Final Fantasy VII. There you guys go. Hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of lore for you. Again, I'll be doing the same thing with Tifa and Aerith as well. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comment section if you are. You know what? I know Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis is all about strategy, team building, but I believe this is a major part of the game. That is the storytelling. That it is the backbones of every Final Fantasy game. Without the story, we'd just be playing another gacha game. So I take pride in these. If I did any mistakes along the way, guys, if I made any mistakes along the way in terms of the story, let me know. I'm going based off of a little bit of research that I've done recently, and also just my own memory. I've played the game so many damn times, but it's been years since I've had a chance to sit down and play through Final Fantasy VII. I did finish Crisis Core about 3 months ago, again, the reunion, and it was a love letter to the game, and I loved it, playing it again. And this is the part of the game that excites me the most. That is the storyline. Alright guys, this is Payne. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next one.